What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Armani Valentino. Y'all be sure to visit my website, armanivalentino.com. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Happy Friday to everybody. I just got off the phone with my aunt. And somebody was saying to me about me constantly working, okay? And really just out here hustling and doing and going. And this video, it won't be long. What's up, Shay? What's up, Lakita? What's going on, Miss Watson? This video won't be real long, but somebody was asking me, why am I always working? When do I go to sleep? When do I sleep? I do sleep, here and there. Usually about 4 or 5 hours, and it's usually during a time when there's not a lot of people. Okay. And I work like I work, and I'm constantly going like I'm going because, I think I knew when I was little that I wouldn't have any inheritance. And why do I say that? My mom is an absolutely wonderful woman. If you know my mama, she'll give anything to anybody. My mom also has 2 other children besides me and 5 grandchildren. And she's worked real hard in her life, in spite of whatever challenges that she may have had, and has done well for herself overall. But I knew as a young man who my father left when I was around 2 years old, I knew as a child that we were struggling. It was time when we were really struggling, like straight up struggling. And I knew that my grandma, it was just her. My great grandmother and grandfather, they were together and they had inheritance. But I began to figure out that inheritance, it might not have lasted long enough for me to be able to make it to the inheritance, to see it. And if it did make it, that more than likely it will be split, and will be split between, me and my other sisters, which there's nothing wrong with that. But that's inheritance. A lot of times when it's split like that, it's only good when there's some camaraderie amongst siblings. And in many families, that's not the case, especially in black families. And so I know that every day when I get up, I'm working. My mind is going because I don't have any inheritance. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any inheritance. I've always taken, sorry, I don't know who that is. I've always taken these risks because it's like, I don't have anything to lose anyway. Like, what do I have to lose? Like, what do I have to lose if I don't have anything? If you ain't got no inheritance, if there's no wealth laid up for you somewhere, $100,000, $250,000 policy somewhere, $1 million insurance policy, land, houses, investments, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, a business. Like, none of that. Like, there's none of that. I don't have any of that. I didn't have any of that waiting on me at the age of 18 or at the age of 25. No trust fund. And a lot of people are out here working as if they have a trust fund waiting on them. Like they really got a trust fund. Like it's a trust fund sitting somewhere that somebody has grown. And black folks, I'm going to tell us straight up, we out here spending money like we got an inheritance waiting on us. Like we got a trust fund set up somewhere and we're spending money just like crazy. I'm not saying other cultures don't do it, but most of us don't have an inheritance, yo. Like there is no inheritance. There is nobody that can really save us and get us out of a situation most of the time. And I'm just encouraging everybody to wake up, wake up like you don't have an inheritance for real. Make moves like you don't have an inheritance. The other thing, I don't have no brother. I don't have a brother. I don't have a big brother. I don't have a little brother. My father, while we have a relationship, it's not really a relationship. You know what I mean? And so a lot of my knowledge that I have, I've gotten from getting out here making mistakes and taking all of the brunt force of making my own path. Okay. And in the midst of that, sometimes literally begging people to support what I had going. And knowing that's why people say, well, why are you always working and doing and doing this and doing that? Like a lot of stuff I do with the kids and stuff. Because a lot of the kids I work with, they don't have an inheritance either. They were in the same situation I was in at some point in my life. Single, or from a single parent home, father gone, and everybody around you is broke and poor and doesn't have any money. While there may be other people in your family who do, the majority of the people in your family don't have money. And you don't get to see them on a regular basis. They don't get to teach you what you need to do or how to invest or go do this so you can have this. And then when you get this, you do this and choose this type of person versus that type of person to marry or to be in a relationship with or to be friends with. So all this stuff I've had to learn. Somebody was saying something to me, that was kind of negative. And I was like, yo, you don't really know the fact that, I wasn't supposed to have made it this far. I wasn't supposed to have made it this far. I wasn't supposed to have, based on the statistics and based on what the life that happened, I'm a single man, come from a single parent home. Two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister, and my mom. And we were in one of the most impoverished cities in the country at that time. Probably still is, because the population, everything has gone down. And so I didn't even have access to anything. But the one thing I did have was I had some love. I had love, and I had the opportunity to get have my mind together, and I knew to love people. I knew to love people. And so work like you don't have no inheritance. The inheritance that I do have is the inheritance of love. And the Bible says love conquers all. And so if you come from a spirit of love, y'all, I don't care where you are in the world. If you can come from a spirit of love, love is your inheritance. That is your inheritance. Some people, it isn't. Some people have things and they don't have love. And they're constantly searching for love. I had love growing up, and I know I was loved at the end of the day by the people who were around me. So even though they may not have offered me certain things, the one thing I did receive love, which love has kept me going at times when I wanted to give up. The fact that I knew there were people who loved me enough to let me know they loved me growing up. They loved me enough to correct me. They loved me enough to encourage me. They loved me enough to teach me. And when I got out here in this world, I realized a lot of people had things, but they didn't have any love, and they had not had any love. And so because they didn't have any love, no matter what their inheritance was, they weren't able to sustain themselves through the rough periods of times without getting on drugs, without getting on alcohol, without basically just destroying themselves. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my teachers, my mentors, my counselors, my parents, my grandparents, the people who did show me love, my friends. And so even without an inheritance, if you have love, you can create an inheritance for yourself. And so when y'all see me working, know that I'm working from a spirit of love. Okay. If you know me, you know this already. I'm working from a spirit of love. And in the working of that spirit for love, I'm creating an inheritance, not only hopefully for myself, but also for everyone that I come in contact with. Everyone that I come in contact with. Hopefully, you all are all inheriting love from me in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Having said that, listen, y'all, I just wanted to stop through on this Friday, encourage y'all. I'm going to the comedy show. I got my ticket. I'm going to be at the comedy show tonight. Y'all can see right here, Mr. D's. Y'all come through, support my man, Derek Keenan, my classmate, my brother, and Adrian Dansby as well. Come on out there and support him. I love y'all. If you have not been to my website, please visit my website, ArmaniValentino.com. Purchase something. You haven't been to collegeboypublishing.com. Go to collegeboypublishing.com. Purchase something, I try my best to support small businesses, especially small independent, black-owned businesses as much as possible. It is key. Supporting black-owned businesses does not mean that you don't have to support anybody else, but you definitely, if you are a black man or black woman, even if you're not, you say you got black friends. I hear people say, I got black friends. You got black friends that have businesses. Support one of their businesses, okay, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Support it. Support the business. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. I'm finna get off this live. I really love y'all. If I hadn't seen you in a while, I'm sending you big hugs, lots of love wherever you are in the world. Continue to claim the increase. Don't let nobody kill your dreams. All right. I'll see y'all. And yes, I do mean all of y'all at the top. Peace. I'm out.